played 10 games. The Big Ten and the Pac-12 only played 6. What do you take from being able to play those 10 games to this year?
Yeah, well, we were very fortunate to play last season. I think the athletic training, guys and USF Health did a great job, allowing us, and we followed all the correct protocols, and it just gave us the most opportunities to play. So we were very fortunate to play 10 games, and we're looking forward to a full schedule this year.
Thanks. Mitchell, you came in as a transfer last year. It obviously was a difficult time with the pandemic and all that, but you have a lot of transfers coming in this year. I'm just wondering what some of the things that you might have done to make their transition comfortable coming into the team.
Yeah, so I was in a unique situation. I came in the summer, and we were having 10-person workouts at that time. So it was difficult to get to know the team, and so that's something I did with these transfers when they came in. Is just introduce yourself, make them feel like they're one of the people in the family, because that's at the end of the day that's what they are. And so I just tried to make the process easy, because firsthand I knew how uncomfortable it can be sometimes coming into a new facility, new coaches, new teammates and stuff. So anything I could do to ease the process, that's what I tried to do.
How much more comfortable do you feel with the offense versus last year with the added personnel and the year of experience that you've got?
Yeah, I mean, this year's been absolutely incredible in terms of development. We've been out since January as an offense, just doing player stuff, but having the same offense carry over, it just makes it that much quicker on the field, and everybody knows what they're doing. So now, when we got to camp, it wasn't learning the offense, it was teaching technique. So the coaches could actually coach football rather than coaching the plays. And so just the mental aspect has been, a tremendous difference from this year to last.
Coach was asked about the receivers, the tight ends, the pass catchers as a group. How do you feel that your unit's been progressing this fall camp?
Yeah, I feel overall we've been doing a great job. Timing's been great with the quarterbacks, but we're running the right routes, and quarterbacks are making the right reads, and when they have a good throw, the catch is pretty easy at that point. So I'm really proud of that group. I'm proud of the other tight ends, and I know we're looking forward to making plays Thursday, September 2nd.
What could you say about Gunnar Greenwald as he came in early in the spring to now?
Yeah, so he's been like a sponge. He's been at my hip. Sometimes it's like, Gunnar, you're following me around. But that's just the type of kid he is. He's always asking me questions, wanting to learn more. He's texting me about coming in extra, and I'm trying to be there for him as much as I can, just because I've been around. This will be my 6th year, so I've been around college football for a long time, and so I'm trying to spread as much knowledge as I can to him. But he's been incredible, staying after with me in the weight room, after on the field. I can't say enough great things, and he has a really bright future ahead.
Any plans for a 7th year?
Not this time.
So Mitchell, you guys are confident in what you're doing, but on the outside, there's not a lot of expectations. You're not being picked to do anything. Does that matter? Do you have a chance to show people different?
Yeah, as a team, we're just, we talk about belief a lot, just belief in ourselves and each other, and so we're not really paying attention to what the outside says. We know what we're capable of, and we're looking forward to showing that to everybody else.
Anything else for Mitchell? All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Mitchell.
Big Ten and the Pac-12 played 6 games last year. You played 10.
Yes, sir.
What can you get from that extra experience of playing those 10 games?
Unfortunately, yeah, we had 10 at Ole Miss, but I got a lot. I learned a lot, different phases such as catching, blocking, learning different defensive schemes. So I learned a lot from it, and it's carried over.
What was behind your decision to leave Ole Miss, and what led you here?
Well, I wanted to go somewhere that I felt like I could reach my full potential, as a player and as a person. Coach Scott, as him being a former receiver coach at Clemson, his history putting out a lot of, first-round draft picks, and he recruited me in high school, so, that led to it. And also my receiver coach, Coach Bentley, I played at Burns High School, and, he was a legend at that high school, so that led to that, so it just worked out perfectly.
So this is more of a familiar situation for you than people might know.
Definitely.
Marcus, Coach complimented your work so far this fall camp. Can you talk about how you feel you've played?
I feel like, I've been trying to step into more of a leadership role, being more vocal, leading by action, and, you know, I felt like I've done a great job. Of course, there's always room for improvement, but, you know, I felt like I've been doing a great job of that.
What do you feel, how do you feel about the receiver core as a whole?
Oh, I feel great. You know, we all bring different phases to the game. You know, we got some speed guys. You know, we got some, you know, quick guys. We got some, you know, big, muscular guys like me that can, you know, make the dirty catches, can block. So I'm very excited about this group and this year.
What about the physicality that you bring and Terry, another transfer, brings? I mean, it looks like the size has been upgraded at your position. How important is that to have on the field?
It's very important. You know, you always got to have some big guys. You know, I take that personally, you know, because I'm a big guy, you know, so I take that personal that I have to make that play out on the edge for the running back or screens or, you know, whatever I got to do, you know. And Terry, USF also brings that to the game too, good blocker, you know. So I'm very excited. You know, me and USF, we're very excited. We're excited to come in here and, you know, help this program.
I know people look at receivers and so how many catches do they have, how fast are they, but what you just talked about blocking, you don't hear that a lot. How important is it, you know, when you're spot on this team to be able to do that?
At Ole Miss, I had a coach say, no block, no rock. So, you know, I take that personal, you know, blocking. You know, of course there's phases, you know, I could, you know, work on, but, you know, everybody know you can catch, everybody know you can do all the stuff that gets highlighted, but the blocking, that doesn't go strong. So I try to, you know, take pride in it.
Fourth down, Coach Weiss turns to you and said, we need a first down. What route do you want to run? What is it?
We need a first down, give me any route. I'm gonna be open for you.
How would you say your matchups against your DBs here today, or the scrimmage today? How would you say y'all matched up well against?
Oh, we matched up good. You know, we got a good DB. You know, C-Will, number 4, Day. You know, we compete every day. You know, so you know them guys over there good too. So we just go back and forth and we just compete, make each other better. So on Saturday we can shine all together.
And how would you say, with you coming from Ole Miss down to Tampa, the heat and the humidity, how are you adjusting to it?
Not gonna lie, the first day I tried to come out here with a visor on my helmet. Woke me up real early. So like, you know, it took me a few days to get, you know, adjusted, but now I'm adjusted. You know, it's hot, but I'm adjusted. I'm good.
Tampa heat different than South Carolina heat and Mississippi heat?
Mississippi, it gets hot, but it's very humid here. It feels like you just breathe the heat. So like, you know, but I'm adjusted. I'm good now.
All right, thank you, DeMarcus.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Nice job, appreciate it. All right, defensive tackle, Kelvin Pinkney. Any questions?
Let me ask you the one I've asked everybody. Pac-12, Big Ten, only played 6 games. You played 10. How much is that experience going to factor into this year?
All that experience is going to factor in greatly to this year, just because we have guys that have bought into the program more than we did last year, you know. So
What do you guys have to do as a defensive line to get more push to the quarterback and stop the run better? What are you guys working on to be better as a unit in both those areas?
honestly, we're working on, you know, more technique. As far as like last year, we had a lot of guys that came in, you know, we're just coming off of COVID. We're just coming in pretty much just kind of learning the playbook in the summer, just getting little bits and pieces because we only had meetings online. So we didn't have anything to really work on physically. But this year we're working better in the playbook. You know, we had time to go on the field, adjust to things.
Kelvin, over the last couple of weeks, a few of the players were asked about the culture, the differences under Coach Scott than before. And as a veteran player here, what's your perspective of where the culture's going right now?
Coaches had nothing but nowhere but up. I mean, obviously I feel like we've had more guys bought into the program this year than we have in the past.
Working with Coach Bowers, what would you say is the biggest aspect that you're picking up on daily that you're transitioning to the field?
Coach Bowers, he's more of a teaching coach. He'd rather teach it to you than just kind of, you know, give you that, all right, you need to do this, but he's going to teach you what he needs you to do, and he's going to show you how to do it. And once you go out there and perform it correctly, you know, he's going to be that guy.
Kelvin, on the outside, there's not a lot of expectations for your team. You're not being picked to do anything. Does that matter to you? Are you looking forward to proving people wrong? What's your attitude for that whole thing?
I mean, my attitude, to prove people wrong, I mean, doubters are going to be doubters, but once they see the film, it shows itself. But outside of that, I mean, it doesn't matter if I'm picked or anything to do any of these big interviews or go out and do anything like that. I'm a team player, so
You're not into the hype.
no.
Anything else for Kelvin today? Thank you, Kelvin.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we got women's